Kylie Jenner pulling a Jaclyn Hill. Sorry to bring up that hair of a mess, but Jaclyn did also recently go down memory lane and talk about her lipstick scandal. And why people are so upset with Kylie? It's for more than just one thing. On the cosmetic side, Kylie has really angered some people this week when she posted these photos of her in a makeup lab. She said, "In the lab creating new magic for you guys, better than ever at Kylie Cosmetics." People started going off on her in the comments over Kylie being in the lab without taking proper safety protocol into account. And when I saw these photos, I was like, I mean, there's just no way she's actually doing anything productive in here other than taking pictures. But people said things like, no, your nails, the product cross-contamination, no gloves or a hairnet in a lab, or even a mask. Please wear a hairnet when pretending. It's giving high school science class. I just see so many lab rules not being followed. Going to find hair in the makeup. Now, like I said, I don't think Kylie is actually in the lab making any kind of product that will be sent out to actual customers. This was clearly, like someone said, a little science class photo shoot for her. A way for her to seem really involved in her brand, super hands-on in creating new products, even though these photos definitely weren't fooling anyone into believing a Kardashian Jenner would ever be doing the work that isn't Instagrammable. Because truthfully, I don't think that they really make their own products anymore at this point. I think in the beginning when Kylie started Kylie Cosmetics, she was probably a little bit more hands-on with her brand than she is now, because even in the show or even in her YouTube videos, whenever she is seen doing anything for her brands, she comes into the office, she goes into the meeting room, they show her a couple pictures and she's like, this, and this. Great, see you guys tomorrow. Like, I'm sure she does a little bit more than that, but those are the things that we are seeing she is doing, that she is posting. So when she shows us that she's in the lab, I know she is not breaking her back trying to figure out the next best color that is going to go into the collection. She's probably like, let's do purple, let's do pink, and let's do red for this collection. And then they bring her all these different shades and she gets to pick which one she likes. I don't think she's actually in there mixing, like that's not happening, but I think that's maybe how she's trying to make it seem on her Instagram, but no one's buying it. Now, I don't know if this is her way of trying to combat any criticism that she has been getting, because her brand only really thrives on collections, and the recent collections have been getting a lot of backlash because people have been saying that she is just repurposing the same colors every single time she puts out a new product. And she isn't getting creative with what she's putting out anymore. In the beginning, it looked like she was putting everything into making these collections like so cool and so fun, the packaging and everything. And every now and again, she does come out with the collection where I think the packaging is really cute, like her Valentine's Day collection. I love the way that the packaging was for those blushes. They look like little candy wrappers. I thought it was really cute, and I'm sure she's not the first one to do it, but I thought it was adorable. And I just feel like they're not going all out with a bang anymore. She's already made the money from it. She's super successful from it. So she probably doesn't feel like she needs to put everything into it. And now she's a mom, so she has other things to prioritize, which is totally understandable. But people feel like this brand, just there is nothing more that is being put into it. Now, this became a much bigger deal when KJ Bennett Beauty posted a single post on his own Instagram calling out Kylie, saying, "I know the Kardashian Jenner stans are going to come for my throat because I'm calling out their cosmetic queen, but what the Kylie Jenner? I'm a cosmetic developer and work with cosmetic manufacturers and their labs as part of my job. I have very short hair and I've never been allowed into the lab or onto the manufacturing floor without a hairnet, shoe covers, mask, and disposable gloves. Kylie is gaslighting her followers into thinking she is creating cosmetics, and I'd like to know what ignorant manufacturer in Italy let her stage this photo op in their lab and on the manufacturing floor without following proper sanitation protocols. I need the name because I want to make sure my clients never work with them. Folks, this is not the way we create cosmetics and misrepresents how our industry works. Credible manufacturers follow strict sanitation protocols to protect you. Hashtag shame on you, hashtag Kylie Jenner." Now, Kylie actually responded to this whole drama, and she commented on Kevin's post and said, "Kevin, this picture is not taken in a manufacturing facility. I would never bypass sanitary protocols, and neither would any other celeb or beauty brand owner. That's completely unacceptable. I agree. This is a small personal space creating my own fun samples and taking pictures for content. Nowhere near the mass manufacturing. No one is putting customers at risk. Shame on you, Kevin, for spreading false information. This whole thing just takes me back to the Jacqueline lipstick scandal, because with people being mad at Kylie, saying that there's going to be hairs in her product because her hair is all over the place in this lab, it just made me think about Jacqueline. And it made me think that Jacqueline recently, just like a couple weeks ago, posted on her Instagram story talking about her lipsticks because she was using one of the lipsticks that came out during the whole lipstick scandal. She said, "Not me still wearing my lipsticks that people claimed were contaminated, filled with mold and harming people. Bad bees only. Wouldn't it be expired?" It was a really long time ago. I don't know, you guys. I'm not going to go there. But anyway, someone was like, so were they not contaminated? Because she's making it seem like people were claiming something that wasn't true, even though there were a ton of videos showing unboxings and, you know, going under the microscope of what was in those lipsticks. But she said, LMAO, no, 2% of my lipsticks had white fuzzies and air bubbles in them. 2%, that's how loud the internet is. All the people who claimed there was mold, contamination, etc. lied for views. And I sat back and took it and let it destroy me. I will never do that again. People were a little skeptical hearing Jacqueline address this when people saw that there was more than just air bubbles and white fuzzies in those lipsticks. People did find plastic, weird balls, and yeah, it wasn't every single one of the lipsticks, but it was there and it happened to some of them. And the process of addressing these lipsticks, the whole handling of that was where people started to grow and grow with frustration, and the public got louder and louder in hopes that changes were going to be made quickly and that Jacqueline could address this in terms of safety and refunds for people. Because for a while there, people were like, this is an emergency. Like, we need something to be said, because there are a lot of questions about how this even happened. Why is it happening to so many? And when she first came out about it, she said it was because her lipsticks were so buttery and so soft and they were not handling the heat, but then that didn't really address the hair. And then she said people were wearing white fuzzy gloves in the lab, and why would they be wearing white fuzzy gloves in the lab? It just didn't make sense to people. But she's still using her lipsticks, and yeah, she's claiming that it wasn't as big of a thing as people made it, and that it was only 2% of all the lipsticks that she put out. Anyway, as for Kylie, this isn't the only thing that she's been called out for recently. She was just called out for an Instagram post that she made in the middle of last month, where she posted with a private jet, and her and Travis were there, and she said, "Should we take mine or yours?" And I'm sure you guys have heard all about this 17-minute private jet ride she took to avoid traffic, and it really upset people. And she got a lot of backlash for this, being just so out of touch and everything. People were saying things like, why should I even bother with a paper straw in my drink when Kylie Jenner is over here not giving a care in the world for the environment? Like, I can't. Once Kylie was hit with all this backlash, a list started going around ranking the celebrities whose private jets have flown the most so far this year. And Kylie Jenner, shockingly, wasn't even in the top 10. She got so much backlash, and she wasn't even in the top 10, you guys. But it was not a good day for the Swifties. I will tell you guys that when I saw this list, I was like, oh my God, no. Because I feel like if you guys love Taylor Swift and you've loved her for a very long time, like I have, then you guys know that we go in waves, okay? I loved her. It's never changed. I love her so much. And there was definitely a period of time where she was feuding with Kanye and Kim that people were like, I do not like Taylor. And then if you even dare said that you like Taylor Swift, people were like, I don't know about you. But I was like, I don't know. I love her freaking music. Like, you need to listen to those lyrics. Those lyrics are just incredible. And I relate to them so hard. But now I feel like ever since like Folklore and Evermore and her doing her re-recordings, everybody is like, okay, I really like Taylor Swift. I love her. She's great. And everyone is like peeking their heads out like, is it safe to like Taylor Swift? I'm like, yes, please join the club. But then we're hit with this article and she's number 1, you guys, on the list for using her private jet. And I'm like, this is extremely unfortunate. Not a good day for the Swifties. I love you, Taylor. I love you so much. I want to meet you so bad. Please invite me to the, whatever your next tour is. Please invite me to the meet and greet room, or please make it an option for me to pay to meet you, because this is, I don't know how to get lucky and get invited to the little room by your mom, please. Which, if you guys don't know, Taylor does not do paid meet and greets. Either you have a connection to her team, or her mom will go around the concert venue and pick random people to go into this like after the concert room hangout space, and Taylor will come to the room and meet everybody and take pictures. So yeah, please, I would love that. It's my dream. Love you, Taylor. Don't fly your private jet. Anyway, this was a bad day to be a Swiftie, and I can't justify this at all. Like, I can't even defend this. Like, this is bad. And for everyone was hating on Kylie Jenner for, obviously not giving a care in the world for the environment by using her private jet. And the same is being said about Taylor. Her team did put out a statement saying Taylor's jet is loaned out regularly to other individuals. A spokesperson for Swift tells the Rolling Stone to attribute most or all of these trips to her is blatantly incorrect. So they're saying that, not every single flight that is taken on her airplane is by her. So to put all the blame on her is just not it. But everybody's like, that statement is not it. That is not. Yikes. It's kind of just like, that wasn't me. That was them. But it was my plane. But like, it was them. So not a good look. But this whole thing is just very interesting. Mostly just unfortunate and disappointing. And I can't even fathom the thought of regularly flying private or regularly flying in general. It's such a luxury for people, and to think that there's people with hotels in the sky basically is truly an insane thought. I mean, Kim Kardashian showed off her custom plane on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. She has a full-on bed in there, cashmere lined everything. I mean, if I was her, yeah, I would want to spend as much time in that thing just to get my money's worth for, redesigning this entire plane and customizing it to my brand. But dang, does it come at a cost to everyone else in the environment? This world is just so interesting to me, how other people will live. It truly is so crazy. Like, celebrities live in a different world. I mean, wow. But I for sure want to know what you guys think about all of this craziness, from Kylie in the lab doing her little photo shoot to all this private jet talk. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.